All right, what's your name and how did you place?
My name's Justin. I was playing K9 Vanquish Soul, and
Yep.
I did good enough to get day 2. So
Yep.
top 56.
All right.
256, yeah, so I got the Caesar, so I'm actually, triple's worth it, low-key. Yeah. All right, let's get straight into it. All right, I'm playing... Oh, I mixed up my list, low-key. One second. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. I was playing 3 Jiaokul, 3 Izuna. Gotta show off the shiny one. 3 Noroi, 1 Lantern, and 1 Lupus. So obviously these are 3-0s. You gotta see them. You want to see them as much as possible, especially when you're going second. This is GOAT, especially in a Draco Tail. I think a lot of people are on 2 Noroi, which I think that's a good. It's good because drawing 2 of this is like the worst feeling in the world. But having a consistent normal summon that you can bait out hand traps with, and then obviously make Ripper on your second summon, so good. I mean your third summon, so good. And the hand look, it's broken. It's won me genuinely like so many games. I just look and they say, oh, you have no interaction. I'm just gonna full combo, not even scared of any hand traps or nib, and then which my extra deck is kind of built for. And then 1 Lupus, 1 Lantern. You know, it's 1 Lupus, 1 Lantern. I never want to see these. All day, yesterday and today, these are just stuck in my hand. These 2, I might cut this down to down to 2, but honestly, I'm not unsure. I've been siding this out a lot, but yeah.
Would you ever move the lantern to the side?
Not anymore. I think when you had a bigger, when you had a bigger K9 package, when you had a bigger Vanquish Soul package, it was good to side this out and actually like side out the case. I'm on 2 case and 1 force release. I think siding these were actually correct in the last format when we had more heavier Vanquish Soul package, but now you're just playing K9. The Vanquish Soul part is like, it's not the main attraction, right? You're not gonna, by only using Vanquish Soul names, you can't really win. I think you need a healthy mix of both, but it's easier to win on only K9 names IMO. Yeah. Alrighty. Vanquish Soul, I'm playing 3, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1. And of course 1 stake and 1 start. Yeah. You need to see a name. It's brutal. I think from my experience playing in the Draco Tail without seeing a Vanquish Soul name, you might as well scoop it up. It's so hard to only win on just Vanquish Soul, especially because I think, in my opinion, there aren't that many rank 5s that are good into the Draco Tail matchup. But if you're playing like if you have a big Vanquish Soul end board, I don't see a scenario where Draco Tail wins that. You just outgrind them. You're so good at out-resourcing Draco Tail that even if they have 3 trap, 3 like 5 mana in hand, I've
5 mana in hand? Interesting.
Sorry, what's the one that fuses?
Yeah, 1 5 mana in hand and like the Pan and Urgula.
Yeah, Pan and Urgula. Even if they have like full the best like Draco Tail on board, you can outgrind the deck. It's crazy, especially with the Holly Sue. Yeah. Some people are into Borger, which I don't think is wrong, but drawing this, I never want to see this in my opening hand. Even though it's a dark and it's a good reveal for Holly Sue and Raisin, yeah. And it's okay for Stake Your Soul. I'd much rather see an engine piece and then what is it? At the end of my combo, I get a Borger and then a draw. Borger feels very win more. It does not feel like engine, but at the same time, it's too good it's too good to cut a name.
Mm-hmm. So was the 3 Jiaolong for the Holly Sue reveal?
Yeah, Holly Sue reveal. Yeah, you'll see. I'm not on the Rescue Ace package, so I need to max out my fires, and also Jiaolong is also a 5. You need a max 5 for Jiaokul to summon. Sorry, Jiaokul to summon. you need a 5 in hand if you have Jackal, right? Or it's not going anywhere. Yeah, so 3 Jiaolong, but honestly, yeah. 2 was right last format, I think. But now we only have 1 Ryzen. It's brutal. And then, hand traps. So I'm playing Molcharmy Fulos 3, Meow's at 2 in the main, and Phantasme at 2 in the main. I was really iffy about this because I thought it'd be very bricky, but honestly, I don't think I brick on these like ever. Like obviously Fulos is always gonna at least draw 1. Meow's I think is surprisingly very good into most matchups. The only one I don't like this in is Draco Tail. But Draco Tail is this is still an Earth reveal for Holisu to take, which actually comes up more than you think. And then the Phantasme is a dark, and obviously I'm expecting to play against Mitsurugi Yumi all day. It's just a summon. It's a body. It stops the Book of Moon effect if you discard, and then it also replaces itself, and it also fixes hands, which is the best part about this card. I also think that's the best part about the Rescue Ace package, but I think playing it is way too bricky. When I played, I would draw too many fires. I want to draw a healthy mix of all attributes.
So
right?
what would happen if you drew multiple of the Charmies going first?
If I draw 2, I would always activate 1 in the draw phase, and then sometimes I would just bait out an Ash, which is really good because it turns on your K9 effects. And then if I double Fua, I don't think I've ever lost a game when I double Fua. Even if they Ash 1 Fua, they're down 1 interaction, my K9 effects are live, and I'm searching.
How do you think this deck will change in the future?
I think the new support is good, but I don't think it fixes any problems. The new K9 monster, I don't think it fixes any problems with the deck. I think it just makes your end board better, but that doesn't make your going second or your disadvantage better, right?
Yeah,
So,
the problem with the deck is the Vanquish Soul part.
Yeah. Honestly, Raisin, I'm predicting, it might be Cope, but I think Raisin will come back to 2 or 3. Stay can stay at 1. That card is broken. All right, and then hand traps. I only played Ash Blossom. It's a fire reveal, and it starts Charmies. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's just too good.
Even though it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, well, this even if it's a 1-for-1 trade, if this is in hand, in my head, if I Ash a Charmy, that's almost a 1-for-1, right? Maybe a little bit, maybe like a 1.5-for-1. But if this is a fire reveal for my Vanquish Soul names, this is low key like a 3-for-1, because it's Holisu, right? Holisu summon. Because it's let's say I have like a random dark like Borger, like I said, and then I have Holisu, right? I'm going second. I Holisu summon, and then I have Ash in hand, so I can reveal Fire Dark to make a Raisin, and then Raisin will search, and then it'll grab or this is just the standard combo. I grab Caesar, and then I Fire Dark on Raisin, see with the same Ash, right? And then it pops the column, and then I Caesar bounce back the Holisu, and then now I have another pop, non-targeting. Because I had Ash in hand, I could do all that, right?
Yeah. So
Even
would
if
you
I don't use it,
And you still have Ash in hand.
and I still have Ash in hand, and I can still go 1-for-1.
Yeah. So would you trade or would you hold Ash for when you hold these two first?
I did that a lot, and I think it won me a lot of games because people can get goaded into thinking I don't have Ash. So they're playing like very greedy, and I'm just like, Holisu, summon, summon, Raisin, summon, Ash, and then I pop, and then if they try to, and then, they're like mid combo, right? So they have their extender, but I have the Ash for the extender. Yeah, Ash is too good in this deck. It is so high value to just have a fire reveal. And and it stops Charmies, which this deck is sometimes weak into. I think it depends on the game, honestly. And of course, I'm playing 1-1-1. Shifter, go with the deck. won me so many games. I qualified for day 2 because of this. And then Rhoda is, I mean, you know, 1 Raisin. I gotta search the Warrior. But this feels, drawing this and Raisin feels so bad. Because this is just dead in your hand for the rest. It's not even an attribute you can reveal. It feels so bad. And then Prosby. Yeah, Prosby, I've been doing Prosby 3 recently because I think too many cards in the deck are, too many cards in the extra deck are just too good to banish face down, especially because sometimes game 1 you just don't know what you're playing against. So Prosby 3 is good enough to always see like a good name because this deck plays so much engine, right? But these are low-key only game 1 cards. I sided these out and never sided them back in after game 1. Because after game 1, your opponent will side and droll. Every time. And these are the biggest like play into drollers. And your deck should always have Ripper up for droll. But if you draw these instead of engine, you just get drolled and then your turn's over. Okay, moving on to extra. I'm playing 3 Ripper and 1 Werewolf. Some people are on 1. Nah, you need the 2. It's just, sometimes you play into someone on a weird ratio. On a weird deck and they're playing Cash Terra and they Unicorn. Not having access to Ripper is bad, and also 2 Ripper is low-key not that bad of an M board.
Yeah, that's a lot of attack. That's like over half.
Yeah, and you can choose which one, like, if you have Force Release set, you don't have to, like, it feels bad sometimes, you have Ripper up and then they do something you are forced to Force Release, right? You need to pop it. But having the 2 Ripper up always means you always have access to it after you make Werewolf. And Werewolf, the look hand rip effect, it's good. Into Draco Tail, I actually really like it because I always just banish their 5 mana. Or, like, banish their, like, name they need to, like, fusion summon. Mm-hmm. Even if they get it back in the end phase.
Are you gonna replace Werewolf with the new support?
Probably. And then my 1 Valon. This is like, I almost cut this card, but this is honestly like the highest value. This card is so high value because it books a name, which obviously into Yummy Mitsurugi, that's good, right? You just book their like Yummy name before they can extend. And then also on your turn you can make like spoilers, but I'm playing SP, right? You can, if this leaves the field, it pops the back row, so you can pop their surprise or like force them to use their surprise in the back row, and then also you have an SP banish, right? And also and then I'm playing Arc Rebellion. I made this like once. It cleans up games so fast. Like this is against Draco Tail. Once you've outgrinded their traps, right? They're just kind of stuck on nothing, right? They're just kind of stuck on some Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? If they have the other, what's the other name?
Gulamel?
Gulamel. If they have Gulamel up and they have Arthelion, right? And you have Ripper, which you always will have, right? You'll always have Ripper. This does 83 after you swing into Gulamel, if you use the effect. So this just, if you're in a state where I know I'm not gonna win against this Draco Tail next turn because they just have so many resources in their hand and they already like set the back row, you just make this and then swing for game. It's so good. But it was mostly for Luna Light because this outs the Liger Dancers, and my deck is I think the deck is pretty good into the Raigeki effect. But I didn't play against a single Luna Light, so maybe, I don't know, if I cut this, it'd probably turn into Jax, which I think makes the Draco Tail matchup a little easier because you get to pop the back row. But it's
6-7.
okay.
Sorry.
I think this is better than Jax, like just slightly, like a little bit. Depends on your locals.
Yeah, you expected Lunalight to be here.
Yeah, I didn't play against a single one all day. And then you know, Nash Knight, Chaos Nash Knight, and then yeah, I honestly don't like these. I'm not gonna lie. It makes your M board so strong, but it does nothing against Draco Tail. This on field they'll always chain block it. But into Yummy, it's looking not that bad. You know, the hand rip is so good, and then the burn for half turns on your like burn win con, which comes up once in a blue moon. But when it happens, it's like sometimes you can't out the Liger Dancer, and then you just burn them for game.
Yeah, you're really scared of this Liger Dancer that never showed up.
Yeah, I am. I didn't want to like play into a deck and be like, wow, I just cannot win against this, no matter what I side or no matter what I play.
So this, would you going first, make this?
Yeah.
Not knowing what the other person was playing.
No, I never made this game one, probably.
Okay.
Unless I Noroi looked. And if I Noroi looked and it's like Yummy, I'll make this.
Yeah.
But if it's excuse me. If it's Draco Tail, sometimes just making Nash Knight is pretty good. Because the take effect is really strong. Especially against the branded build, I've noticed. Taking their Albion, pretty good.
Yeah.
Just get rid of a material they can't use now.
And they can't use the graveyard effect.
Yes, they can't. And then one Zeus, one Typhon. This is honestly, for Lupus, then this is just when you get bored, you just need to clean up a board state. Yeah, it's so good. I never made it, but I'd never cut it.
Really? Because I feel like you were talking about swinging for game against Draco Tail. You could just swing with a ranked monster and then go into Zeus to clean up the back row.
No, because the problem is they always have like 5 mana in hand, and then they always have like the names that set back, the names that set in their hand too, because they've shuffled it back.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if I have the wipe, they're just gonna get the bodies back again.
All right. Did Typhon from Lupus do anything?
Yes. Some decks just can't out this.
Oh.
Just Typhon under this can't be targeted. Lupus under this can't be outed, right? And then sometimes Yummy board, they just have the field spell up, right? And then I just make this. They just can't out it sometimes. It's really funny, yeah. And then I'm playing 2 Rock. I think 2 Rock is fine. You don't need the third one. 1 SP because it's SP and it just clean. This with Valon is good, and then this, just making this, and then on turn 2 is not that bad. You know, going for a 1-for-1 on their body is really good. And then, sorry Yujo, I think this is standard now in K9 VS. You need if you only draw K9, this bridges you into your Vanquish Soul builds. I mean your Vanquish Soul cards. I think it's like once you do your like full combo, it's like an 80, 70 something % chance to always see a name. And chances are you already have a name. And if you're scared of this getting like impermed or veilered, you'll know because you have the Noroi look, right? Because you need the 4 bodies, you need the 4 K9 bodies, and by that, you have a case of the K9, and you can send that to look at their body, look at their hand and see, oh, do they have a Veiler to stop this, or do they have Imperm to stop this? Chances are they don't. Side deck. I'm playing 3 Inscription. I think it's better than Ruler.
Is that 3?
Not at 3.
You said 3. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, 2.
Yep.
I'm playing 2 Inscription. This into Draco Tail is quite good. I just call like I can't activate, like I can't Lupus, but they can't activate anything, right? And then this is the biggest like flame negate target of all time. They have to negate this, right? And then if I have the Ash for this, they might as well scoop it up. And then going first, and then against Yummy Mitsurugi, you know, can't summon from the graveyard. That sometimes just wins me the game. I didn't like drawing total once though.
Yeah.
Actually, I did, and it did win me the game. But at 2, I was thinking about playing 3, but I think 3 makes. I never want to draw 2 of this, right? 3 makes it bricky in the deck. If you're going second, you have the Charmies to search for this, right? And then 2 Perulia. This card is kind of terrible. It like hits some decks, but it's never enough. It's usually just a 1-for-1.
Yeah, we all told you.
But I don't think I'd cut it. That's the worst part. I think just playing 2 alongside the two meows in the main is correct, because it covers so many matchups, and drawing cards on his card, drawing cards in this deck is so strong. That just gives you more attributes, more Vanquish Soul names you can just play on their turn with, and then more canines, right? Like 2 Bell for Draco Tail. It's okay to Malice too sometimes. I'd never. Yeah. What is it? Big man. I'm sorry, Julia told me to cut contact C.
Retaliating C.
Retaliating C. 1 day before the event. Low key, go of the game for that. Shout out. I'm sorry, Julia. This won me so many games. Just stopping the traps, and all the Draco Tail players are just playing around retaliating C now. So yeah, I think Bell is correct over the 2 retaliating. Yeah. And then 3 Lancia. I was respecting Malice. You know how it would be. That's why the Meows is in the main too.
Did you play against Malice?
Yes, I played against like 3. I only lost 1, but that was because I grinded him down to 0 cards in hand, 0 cards on field, draw, normal summon, Dormouse. It's rough. Yeah. This card's so good, especially because Borger, if you have Borger up, if you're going first and you have Borger up, you draw, and then on their turn, you draw again. And then if you, by that time, you've gone through so much of your deck, the chances of drawing this is pretty high. Surprise, yeah. And then 3 draw for Yami Mitsurugi. And also just pure Mitsurugi. And also just like, you know, it's troll. It just hits like a ton of random decks. But mainly for Mitsurugi. And that's why I'm siding it over. And it's not, mostly because it's not an attribute I can reveal. And I don't want to add so many attributes because I'm already playing the Fuelos. I can't reveal. Would I main deck this card? Probably not. Honestly, I don't. This is pretty bad against Draco Tail, I've noticed. And I think having more generic options in the main deck is correct, and I don't think Joel is a generic option, honestly.
Would you play it into K9 variant?
Sometimes. It depends on the K9 variant, I think. In a Krishtron, I'm siding this over Joel, honestly. And I didn't play a K9 variant once. And then the 3 blowouts. Anti-spell, there can only be 1, and Snow Devil. A lot of people main this, which I think is not wrong, but I think it's so bricky. Drawing into this is the worst feeling ever. You just draw this, no attribute. You can't even set. And if you draw this, you don't have the 3 attributes. Let's be honest. You can't even ride Geki. Right? And then if you lose the dice roll, and if you draw this, you stare at this in your hand game 1. What are you gonna do, man? Just scoop it up. Tikaboo. Malice hate. We already know. Malice hate. And some Yummy hate too. But mostly Malice. Yeah, if I flip this up against Malice, I won. And anti-spell, obviously, it just hits everything. Yeah.
And you can search it with your Saryuja.
Yeah, and I can search it with Saryuja. And I can search it with a 2 Borger draw. And I can search it with Prosperity sometimes.
Well, you can't search it with the second Borger draw.
Well, the second Borger draw draws me into Lancia.
That's true.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's my list. I am playing 41 main deck, which was a last minute choice. But I think I actually like the 41 because it gives me more options to side things in. It just gives me another slot I can work with to side deck.
Would you change anything about your deck list?
Change anything? I honestly think my losses. Today were all just like maybe just playing bad, because I didn't get that good of sleep, and I honestly should have practiced the format more. And I'm really bad into Draco Tail. Not my deck, just me. Yeah, I made the mistake of making this in a Draco Tail too many times. This never did anything. Never. And then, yeah, those are my losses. And Draco Tail and Malice. I think, anything I'll change, I might play with the Noroi. I might play with the Noroi, ratios more. I think 2 Noroi 2Ks is enough starters. And I'm so sick of seeing Noroi Lantern in my hand. It's lost me too many games. They call it Brick Soul for a reason. Yeah. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my list.
All right.
Yeah.
And any shoutouts?
Well, shout out. I'm sorry, Julia, for driving us here. Goat. And paying for the hotel. Shout out Jamal for letting me borrow his meows because I couldn't find them in time. Shout out Tournament City Games. Go local, go local. A surprising amount of us made day 2. Yeah. Good friend. Good, better player than me, Russell. You know, made way further into day 2 than I did. And shout out. Who else do I shout out? Yeah, shout out everyone I came with. Show 'em. Yeah. Yeah, Goats for waiting on me. Playing 9 rounds of Swiss day 1. I'm so sorry, guys.
And waiting on you for this deck profile.
Yeah, I'm waiting on me for this deck profile. Yeah, shout out.
All right, let's go eat.
Yeah, let's go.